Everybody likes a good old story like Brandon Sanderson's Way of the Kings, or more mainstream stories like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. But why has history, a word that literally has story in its name, and a tool to understand the world better, gained such a bad reputation? The truth is that a lot of people mix up the experience of their awful history class with history in general. So what people should really be asking is why history class is so boring, which as a student myself, I can attest to. One problem with history classes is that their curriculum is like a sushi bar. They teach a little of this and a little of that, and then before you have the ability to really understand the whole picture, boom, next topic. Imagine someone showed you Star Wars, but instead of watching the whole movie, you get to watch a few segments that are out of order and full of political jargon from the specific country who is teaching it. For example, a school might teach about Julius Caesar and his conquests without talking about the Punic Wars or the Roman Republic, which disallows people from investing themselves in the story since they don't understand or care about the Roman Empire yet. This also leads to people forming their own ideas by trying to fit all the loose puzzle pieces that they have learned about in history class into a flimsy and warped timeline of history, which causes misunderstandings. Another reason why history class is so boring is that nobody even explains to students why history is useful, or the teachers only touch on it briefly, unlike in any other class in which the teachers tell their students from a young age the importance over and over again. On top of that, in the life of a student, historical knowledge does not have an immediate and tangible effect. If a student gets an F in history, his parents probably won't care as much since history supposedly is not as useful and becoming a historian is not as profitable a career. So many students feel they don't have to work as hard in this subject to get their parents' approval. At the age kids start learning history, they mostly don't have the motivation to learn other than to seek validation from teachers and parents. So sadly, the approval of their parents is crucial for them to continue caring about a subject. Though this is improving in many schools nowadays, some teachers still teach history in a way that takes away the story aspect. And the result is a group of genuinely useless date and event names that will be useful only for tests. Which is why after people graduate from university, they don't remember almost any part of what they learned in history class, even less than the knowledge they gained in their other subjects. This also degrades learning history simply into a memorizing contest. One of the goals of history is to make people think critically and use the situations in the past to solve nowadays problems, not some date and battle locations. Since history is seen as so pointless in popular culture, this means that people in their teenage years might view history as uncool. And in an age where the only thing that matters is popularity, a lot of teenagers might drop history not because they don't like it, but because it is simply unpopular. This leads to teenagers not following what they like at an age where their hobbies start developing. In this video, I didn't really have the time to touch upon why history is important, so please subscribe for a video about that topic to get notified when it comes out. Also, any constructive feedback will be greatly appreciated, as this is the first essay-style video I've made.